just purchased this beautiful cast iron combo cooker from Lodge, and I've not used it yet. I love this because you can use it as a Dutch oven, or you can flip it over and this can become your frying pan. Now it says that it's pre-seasoned, and you can see that it is pretty dark. But the difference between this pan and this one, when you put them up close together, you can see how much darker and truly black this pan is compared to this one. When cast iron is fully seasoned, it will be very dark, it will be black, and it should be slightly shiny. Now this one I just pulled straight off of the shelf. You'll also see this one is very smooth, where this one is still a little bit porous. The reason that we do a seasoning and what makes your seasoning create a non-stick surface is in this cast iron you have got little pores. Now in the brand new cast iron, they've actually changed their casts and they are a little bit rougher. They're not as smooth as older pieces. So if you can find older pieces at thrift stores or garage sales, grab them up. Even if they're in bad shape, you can bring them back with a good seasoning. In regard to our new pan though, you see these pores. Well, as we put the oil or the fat source on there, and with the heat, it melts down in, it goes down into these pores, and that's what creates this shiny seasoning and non-stick surface. I don't normally wash my cast iron with soap and water, but with any new pan or a pan before I season it, that's the only time that I wash it with soap and water. So preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you need to use a lint-free towel, and we're going to dry these off. Being wet is one of the major sins of caring for your cast iron because it's iron and it will rust. So we do not want any moisture. So we're just gonna dry these off fairly well. We also don't want any added moisture in as we are applying our oil and our fat source to do our seasoning. You can also put these on a burner on low or in the oven while it's warm to dry them out, but I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe them really dry with a towel. Now when you have a new pan like this that says it's came pre-seasoned, but there's no rust and this is in good shape, usually only one seasoning is all you need to get it ready to start cooking in. Now in our home, we only use good old-fashioned lard, avocado oil, olive oil, and coconut oil. I do not use regular shortening. One of the things that people get wrong when they go to season their pan is they use too much oil. You want to just do a very thin layer. It's better to do thin layers multiple times than to do too much. If you do a very thick layer, that's oftentimes when you'll end up with it being gummy and sticky. We're going to use lard here on the lid of our combo cooker. So we'll get a small amount there, and we're just gonna rub this all over so that you see that there's a light sheen on the pan. We wanna rub and work it into the little nooks and crannies and the crevices so that it gets down into those pores. I won't be cooking on this surface, but I still will give it a wipe down with the oil. Okay, you can see the difference already, how much shinier this one is versus this one. So I go ahead and wipe out any excess that I may have in there. And now I'll show you using the olive oil or a liquid oil fat source. Now I like to use avocado oil. It has a high smoking point. Olive oil works just fine, but I do prefer to use oils that aren't going to go rancid quickly. And I just put about a tablespoon or so. This is a bigger, obviously, pot, and we'll just kind of go like this And then I'm going to swirl it around the bottom and up the sides. Now you can see when I take this, there's none dripping out. So there's no drip lines. I can hold this upside down and no oil is going to drip out. This is how fine of a layer you want it. You just want it to be lightly shiny. We'll also just go ahead and take this, because I've already got oil on it, and I'll give the outside a wipe down. Some other great choices to use for the oil or the fat source for seasoning your cast iron is a lot of people like to use flaxseed oil as well. I like to use the oils that I already keep on hand and that we use in our everyday cooking and homestead. So we've got these two pans completely oiled up. Now we're gonna put them in our preheated oven. We're gonna slide that in. Okay guys, so we let these go in the oven for an hour and then I have been letting them cool off. They're still a little bit warm to the touch. So I'm gonna pull these out now and they are much darker. They're no longer that kind of silver grayish cast. You can see how lovely these are now. They are now black. They're not nearly so porous. And you can see there's really not much of a difference between the two fats that we use. We used lard on this one, and this one had the avocado oil on it. So now these bad boys are waiting to cook up a favorite recipe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more old-fashioned cooking and homesteading tips, and let me know in the comments below what recipe you'd like to see me make up and share with you here in one of our next videos.